Welcome to my next Big Bang Theory Season 12 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important, if you are caught up to the point where I am at rewatching or watching the Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, if you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this detailed review any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be The Big Bang Theory, Season 12, Episode 22. The title of this episode is called The Maternal Conclusion, and this will be my review reaction recap after just finishing watching the episode. We start things off with Leonard and Penny having tea with Amy and Sheldon asks when Leonard was planning on picking up his mother at the airport. Never, because she always takes a cab. She likes to meet people and then determine their emotional weak spots. After Sheldon volunteers Amy and himself to pick up Beverly Hofstadter, Leonard gets goaded into doing it himself. Sheldon wants to go but ends up not going when Amy doesn't want to be the only one not going and has the fear that people will be talking about her. Leonard picks up Beverly, who wonders why others didn't come. When asked about her flight, she complains about some adults on the plane crying because that she made them cry after some of her constructive criticism. Beverly is staying with Leonard and Penny, even though Leonard offers her the chance to stay in a hotel. She accepted Leonard's earlier offer, and Beverly thinks everyone is now happy, though Leonard does not sound very happy. Howard, Raj, and Bernadette are having dinner together in the kitchen while Raj wonders why they never eat in their dining room. Bernadette explains that it's for company, and Raj finds out that he's not company. He just kind of lives there, essentially. They discuss that Anu is in London when Denise comes in, says hi, and then adds juice to their shopping list. Bernadette then snaps that she wondered whose handwriting that was. She has been staying at their house quite a bit lately. Beverly is discussing Leonard's new project, collating on a photon team. She finds that interesting and wants to see his lab. Leonard is surprised, but is glad to show it to her. She then says goodnight and calls him dear. Penny thinks that Beverly is being nice, while Leonard figures that she is dying. Penny wonders if Beverly thinks that he is doing great, and she is proud of him. Leonard takes Penny's glass away, saying that she has had too much to drink. Raj is Skyping with Anu in London at her concierge convention. He is glad to see her. Anu is staying in Notting Hill, just like the movie, which Anu hasn't seen. She has some bad news that she has been offered a management position in London. What about them? Anu asks Raj how committed he is to California. His friends are there, but Raj hasn't been happy for a long time. Denise is leaving the comic book store for her art class as Stuart kisses her and says that he'll see her later. Howard notices, and Stuart mentions that they are having movie night later. Howard asks Stuart that they shouldn't he say something to him since it is his house. Stuart thinks a moment and then invited Howard to join them. Howard asked them about doing it at her apartment place. Howard finds out that she has a rather creepy roommate. Howard comments it's like Denise is living with them. Stuart replies that he and Bernadette said that Stuart could bring girls over, but they were making fun of him at the time, thinking that he wouldn't actually bring any over. Leonard shows his mother around his photon lab, and she finds the equipment very impressive. Leonard is experiencing a butt tinge with criticism. Surprisingly, he gets none. Sheldon joins them, and Beverly is glad to see him, but wants to spend time with Leonard. She tells Sheldon that they can talk later about his Nobel Prize-nominated work. Stuart and Denise sit down to watch Paddington 2 at her apartment when her creepy roommate Mitch asks to join them. He sits down, even though he's seen the movie. He'd rather stare at them, which unnerves both Stuart and Denise. Raj sits down with Howard and Bernadette to discuss Anu. He thinks that her moving to London is the push that he needed to move forward with their relationship. He plans to fly to London to ask her proposal to marry him. Raj admits that they only like each other, he feels that he can get a job as an astronaut in England. There are stars in London other than just Dame Judi Dench. Howard is shocked. Raj is going to present her the ring that he gave her once before. Howard wonders if that makes him an Indian giver. Leonard gives his mother some tea, which she appreciates. Penny tells her that she feels great since she and Leonard are getting along. Beverly calls him the most docile of her children. Penny is also comments that Leonard was so happy to show off his lab. Beverly wants to grade his level of happiness. Leonard admits that their relationship hasn't always been easy, but he feels that she just wanted him to be the best version of himself. Beverly then asks that even though her parenting strategies were difficult at times, she wonders if they did contribute to his success. Penny wants some of the credit for helping him with his success. Beverly feels that is a fair point. She would like to observe them together the next day. She is writing a book on how her parenting strategies affected her children as adults. When hearing this, Leonard gets very angry that while he thought they were enjoying each other's company, she was just doing research on him yet again. Sheldon is going through his correspondence with Beverly and believing that she is mad at him and doesn't want to spend any time with him, relates not being able to understand why. Amy replies that she just may want to spend time with her son. Leonard comes storming in mad about his mother. Sheldon is just relieved that Beverly is not mad at him. Leonard claims that he is done with his mother, so Sheldon leaves to talk with her. Amy has Sheldon sit down and stay out of it. She doesn't have time to explain the complex emotional issue with him. Sheldon lets her have the point, but feels that excuse is running out of steam. Bernadette is having dinner with her husband and convinces him to go stop Raj. Raj is about to have his movie moment, and Anu, who won't even get the point. Penny tells Beverly that Leonard was very upset with her and that she should talk to him. She refuses because she doesn't think that Leonard should get what he wants by, as she claims, throwing a tantrum. Penny then forcefully tells her to pick up the phone and call her son and apologize. Beverly then insists that Penny is also throwing a tantrum, causing a frustrated Penny to storm off. Talking to Sheldon and Amy, Leonard explains that around his mother he feels like a needy 8-year-old boy. Sheldon adds that he sounds like one right now. Amy tries to that he should be a little bit more compassion than her husband, saying that biologically humans need the approval of their mothers. Leonard wonders why after all these years he didn't learn that. Denise is complaining about her sore neck because her boyfriend made her spend the night in a comic book store. Her roommate really freaks out Stuart. Of course, it is Stuart that had agreed to the move-in with Denise. They wouldn't be in the situation. Now Stuart does want to move in together with her more than anything, and they admit that they are a weird couple. Howard runs up to Raj while he is in line to get on the plane. He tells him to go if he loves Anu and can't stand to be without her for another day. If not, stay here where his friends who love him, and that he'll find another girl who loves cooking shows, sweater vests, and the other dumb things that he likes. They both admit that they love each other. Raj hugs him, and then everyone in line breaks into applause. Howard, of course, has to deny what it looks like is happening. They walk off together with Howard saying that he owes him for the plane ticket, $1,300. He had to buy one to get past through security. Leonard comes storming in and asks Penny to leave so he can talk to his mother. Penny is fine with that. He explains to his mother that she hurt him. Beverly claims that it was not her intention. She asks if he is going to tell her how she failed as a mother. Leonard agrees and that it's a long list. He pauses and then admits that she'll never change. If he wants her to accept him for himself, he has to accept her for herself. He forgives her and forgives himself for taking so long to do it. She never asked for his forgiveness. Leonard finds himself feeling good after the admission. Beverly also has the same feeling. It feels good for him to forgive her, and it means a lot. She comes up and tearfully hugs him as he gives her an even tighter embrace. Lastly, Stuart and Denise sit down with Mitch and tell him that Stuart has made a mistake and they want to live together. Mitch asks him if he loves her. Stuart admits it and then tells Denise directly. She loves him too. They're happy. Then Mitch wants them to say it to him, and they give him a face of discomfort, and that's what ends this episode of The Big Bang Theory. So funny stuff in this episode. Always like the episodes with Beverly Hofstetter. I'm going to give this one an 8.7 out of 10. And then my character of the episode, I mean, it's a tie between Leonard and Beverly Hofstetter in this one. And then, as many of you know, I rate Penny because Penny is the reason why I started watching The Big Bang Theory and one of the reasons why I continued watching it. I'm going to give Penny a 9.0 for this episode. We got 2 episodes left after this. You've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please make sure that you Hulk smash the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on my review of this episode of The Big Bang Theory. What would you score it? Whom would be your character of the episode? And if you want to rate Penny like I do, you could definitely do that in the comment section as well. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel because I want to hit 100,000 subscribers. Join the team, Sugar Dam support, and be a part of something special. And you never know where you're going to see on JDev TV.